Hey, welcome back to my channel, Duct Tape Mechanic. In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace this light fixture with this ceiling fan bracket without having any sort of roof access. By doing this, you'll be able to eventually install a ceiling fan yourself and save a lot of money while at the same time feeling a great deal of accomplishment. So if you find this video to be helpful, make sure you subscribe to my channel for more DIY and tinkering videos. So here's the supplies you'll actually need for this project. Obviously you'll need a ceiling fan support brace kit. They do make two of these. One of them is the remodel one, and one is called, I believe, a new build kit. I think this is new build. But anyways, you need to get the remodel one because you're going to be swapping out a pre-existing light fixture for a ceiling fan bracket. The other one will require you to have roof access, which you don't have in this case. So the remodel kit allows you to install this without actually having a roof access. So definitely get this one. I think it's around 18 or 19 bucks. Then depending on your light fixture, if it's got a dimmer, you'll have to swap that out with a regular on-off switch. And then I also like to use these wire clamp connectors. They just connect into the electrical box here, and they act as a strain relief for the wire coming in. They're really easy to use. This one does have its own strain relief. It's this little plastic piece right there, but I found those to be flimsy and kind of difficult to use, so I like to use this one because it's only $2 or $3 anyways. Yeah, and you definitely, and going back to the switch, you don't want to install a ceiling fan with a dimmer because it's not going to work right. So you do need to install an on-off switch if you have a dimmer there already. All right, let's get to it. First step in all of this is opening up your breaker box and turning off the power to the appropriate breaker. After verifying the power is off, it's probably a good idea to put down a tarp because a lot of these houses, particularly newer ones, have a lot of insulation on the roof, and some of that will come down. So it's better to put something down rather than having to pick it all up later. So in the next step, we're going to be removing the old fixture. Doing this is pretty much going to be specific to your own application, but most of the time, first thing you need to do is remove the lampshade, then undo 2 screws, and then undo the wiring. In this case, all you gotta do is rotate that lamp shade counterclockwise and it comes down. So the light fixture should be attached to the electrical box using 2 screws, but it actually looks like mine's only attached using 1. Anyways, those need to be removed. After that, we're going to undo the electrical connections. It's really simple. All you gotta do is twist off the wires. So we have a bare copper. So with the light fixture out of the way, we need to remove the box right here because this box is not fan rated, as you can probably tell. So your box may be attached in a multitude of different ways. Sometimes they're actually just 2 nails into the studs, or sometimes they actually have specific brackets that are used for light fixtures but still aren't fan rated. They also have the arms but are much more flimsier, or they may be just screwed in to the top over here. I believe this house has these slender light fixture brackets. So I'm going to undo these 2 screws and just kind of pry off, trying to push this box into the ceiling so I can show you what this box looks like and try to get it out of there. If yours just nailed to the joist, what you can do is get a piece of lumber or something like this. Mine's got screws, so I'm gonna have to undo the screws and see how I'm gonna pry it out. But if yours is nailed, you can just get a piece of wood, like a small 2x2 piece, and just hammer this end of it, and those nails will be undone in no time. And you can just pull the wire out after you've done that. But and you can leave the box up there, it's no big deal. But for this one, I'm gonna undo those 2 screws, and then I'm gonna try to pry the box out of there. Just gonna push the back of this tab right here, like to get our wire out of there. There's that box. People watching this video will just have that box attached with the 2 nails. That's where that piece of wood and just hammering it out works really well. This particular house, the boxes were attached using this light fixture bracket. Now, you may be wondering, that bracket looks very similar to the one that we're going to install, but it's actually not. It's actually very thin and kind of more flimsier, I should say. You can see it's just wobbling around a lot, and it's not, most importantly, it's not fan rated. So it's not meant to withstand the weight and the vibration. The biggest thing is vibration. So if you have one of these boxes, you do need to remove them and install a fan rated box. And if you don't believe me, you can look it up and see whether these are fan rated or not. I've already done it. So to remove that, I'm just gonna kind of push my hand up and work my way back and forth and pry that out of there. It's a little bit time consuming, but it's not that bad. All right, we're out of there. Yeah, they weren't even screwed down or anything, just kind of hammered into place. So definitely not fan rated. All right, so let's install the fan rated box. This is the one I just pulled out. And so basically that green screw is just the ground that screws into the copper wire over here. Yeah, so what we're gonna have to do first is we're gonna have to undo this Phillips screw, and these 2 nuts as well. And that'll allow us to take the box off. And then we're going to insert this bracket into our hole. And then the idea is we're gonna set it down onto our ceiling or the roof, and then as we loosen this bracket, it's gonna unscrew this portion of it, or I should say, it's gonna unscrew this portion of it, and it's gonna keep going as this will be stationary like this. As we unscrew, it's gonna keep getting longer and longer until it presses up on the joist of the roof. And then we're gonna keep going with our hand until we can't go anymore, and maybe do 1 or 2 more quarter turns with a pair of pliers, and that's gonna be in there nice and tight. Basically just unscrews to get longer, and it just presses up against the joist, and it also stabs it inside of it with these prongs. All right, let's get to it. Once we get the box off, we can also take this top bracket off as well. Push this right out. All right, we're ready to insert this into the hole. All right, just for a quick recap, the joists are 2 boards that run parallel to each other. They can be anywhere between 16 to 24 inches apart, and this adjustable bracket goes all the way up to 24 inches, so you don't have to necessarily worry about being too short. So basically we're going to be inserting this bracket perpendicular to those parallel boards, also called joists. So basically after I put that into the hole, I'm going to make sure that the feet are touching the drywall, and then I'm going to pretty much just rotate it. As you see my wrist right here, I'm going to rotate it away from myself, and while I do that, it's going to unthread the screw, and eventually it's going to push up against the joist, and it's going to stab it with these prongs as well, and we're going to keep going until we can't go any further. Then we're going to get our pliers and tighten it down another 1 or 2 quarter turns. At the same time, as we get towards the end, as we feel it grabbing onto the joist, we're also going to make sure we're at the middle of our circle. Otherwise, our box is not going to go in smoothly. Once you feel it getting close to the joists, kind of brushing up against the joist, what we can do is make sure it's in the middle, and after that go ahead and start tightening it down really tight with your hand and just go as far as you can. Then after that, just do 1 or 2 quarter turns with the pliers. All right, so next we're going to punch out one of these holes in our box and install the wire clamp. To do that, I recommend setting the box on the ground and then just getting a flat blade screwdriver and kind of tapping it with a hammer. There you go. And once you got the piece out, just get your pliers and take it out. Like so. After that, we can add our wire clamps. I really like these ones. They make life so much easier. Basically, they just thread right on. We're going to insert like so. Then on the inside, we're just going to tighten this up right here. This will ensure that your wire is protected against any sort of pull. At the same time, it doesn't get cut on the metal box itself. In the next step, we're going to go ahead and grab the wire from inside the hole, feed it through this connector right here, and just tighten down these 2 screws, and that'll secure our wire to our clamp. The wire is nice and secure in the clamp now. It's not going anywhere. So in the next step, we're going to get this bracket clamp. I'm going to go ahead and snap it over that bar of the bracket. So there we go. And I forgot to mention, you probably want to leave yourself at least about 6 inches or so of wire. The more the better. It's easier to cut wire than it is to go pull more wire. So, all right. So now we're just gonna go ahead and try to line up these holes and put our box in. All right. So I like to put these nuts on there first, and then I'll just do the screws. And so since I had a dimmer switch, I'm also going to have to just replace that with a regular switch. So I'll do that in fast forward because most or not all of you will have this issue. But just so you know, you do have to replace this dimmer with a regular switch. All right, so I've installed the switch and removed the dimmer switch. The ceiling fan bracket is in as well, and it's looking good. Ready to receive a up to 70 pound ceiling fan. I'm not going to be installing the ceiling fan today, so I went ahead and put the wire nuts back on. Also, don't forget to put that green grounding screw back on. I just did that. So yeah, it looks good. And hopefully you found this video to be helpful. And if you did, make sure you hit the thumbs up sign.